players are like, look, it's good. This is just the first game. Tixie and Kinstar, though, they were like, hey, first game, let's drop 11 eliminations, obviously.
And you know, the people who do well typically in their first game, they're going to try to repeat it.
Yep.
They're confident now. They want to go with that momentum. The people who did bad, they're like, all right, this is our game. Let's do this. Focus up. You know, I don't want to get eliminated off spawn. You can see Razaru and his partner going back to Motel, but I think this time they're uncontested, which is... No, actually, they're stretching towards... they're actually stretching towards Junk Junction. Mm-hmm. The team that eliminated them went back to Motel.
They went right back to Motel. They were like, no, come on in, guys. I'd love to see you again.
And typically that happens. If a team lands at your place and you eliminate them, they'll be smart enough not to come back, especially if you eliminate them with ease.
Right. We see a duo landing at Pleasant. I would assume that's Mitro. If I had to take a guess...
I definitely, and I guess the team that was there last time said
they bailed.
Yeah, so that's how you control. And that kind of, it's funny because that kind of rolls over into the other games where like you take out a team that landed at your spot, and now you have like an uncontested spot, so you can land there, get all the loot, get all the materials, and not have to worry about that. So like winning your initial land is so important, even though you're on limited resources and. You know, it could go either way in the early game. There's a lot that goes into it. You might not get the weapon that you wanted, or you might not get the shields that you wanted. But winning that early engagement tells the other team, hey, back off. And then that team most likely will not come there. And then now you have an uncontested spot the next game. So these early encounters kind of roll over into the other games.
Right, absolutely. Check it out. Just like you talked about, Razor is here with his duo, but look who else is here. Cooler, Rennick, and M11. Now, the thing is, they're playing super far back, right? Like, Razor, Chef, they're fine. They're like, oh, we're going to walk around. We're going to be out in the open. We do not care. Please engage us. But M11 and his duo are like, okay, we've seen them across the way. I think we saw specifically M11 or his duo had just an AR and a medkit. That's all they had. And look, they're just near each other like, okay, what do we do?
Chef might not know that they're there. I mean, maybe he's just very relaxed, but he could get lasered here. If these guys... time it properly, he turns the wrong corner.
That's a great
They'll
point.
take him out very quickly. He's about to be out in the open right here in a little bit if he goes for that chest that's on the truck.
Oh,
there it is.
Lasers coming out. Now he did get
lost
cracked
all
a little
his
bit.
shield. Yeah. I think he didn't know they were there. That was very well played on them to wait it out and look for the right moment to, you know, double team with their ARs.
Yeah. We saw that team over at Pueblo. They just found 2 eliminations, so they just took out a duo, but back to Haunted Hills. Now, what's interesting, too, is Razor was shot from up top on the castle up on Haunted Hill there. Yep. So now Razor's like, dude, wait, I'm getting shot at. You're getting shot at? What's going on? We're pinched. What's going on?
They are in the middle right now. And, man, I like landing up there. It's new. It's Season 6. They added that castle. Mm-hmm. There's a good amount of chests, and you can get some brick. And there's actually rifts that sometimes spawn on that hill. So it's not a bad spot. You get that high ground. You get to see who's at Junk Junction, who's down at Haunted Hills, and maybe rift out of there if you need to.
So Razor's teammate, Chef, is down. He is by himself. As you can see, the duo up top picked him off, and then the duo down south, they're just leaving. They're like, hey,
was it the duo up top that took out Chef?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so. I think the other duo weakened him, and then he was hiding, and then the duo up top noticed that, took him out, got that free limb, and then the other two just said, all right, we're out of here. There's a team on the hill. I don't want to mess with them this early.
It's like Team Tixie and Kinstar are having basically the same luck right now. Kinstar is down. Tixie is by himself.
That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate indeed. Now over to Wailing Woods, where we see two duos going at it.
Bunker underneath the maze. This was also recently added, and it's such a great place because, one, if you can control it, you get, you can loot and get resources. There's a lot of brick walls here that you can break down. There's also a rift underneath in this bunker that you can use to get out of here. Now, I'm not sure if that rift always spawns or if it's even up, but if it is, it'll be interesting to see if they use that to escape, because the circle is not on them right now, so they do eventually have to get out of here. The circle's actually closing in right now as we speak, so if they don't get out of here quickly or eliminate the other team quickly, it could get ugly getting stuck under here with the storm on you.
Just taking their time. You can hear Chess. Harmy on the other side of the ramp. He sees Harmy. Harmy's like, nah, I'm good, man. I would like not to fight right now. They're trying to pin down Blackso. You know, this is a really tough spot to fight in right now. There's just not much wiggle room.
Fighting in areas like this, you have to be a really fast editor, and you have to be very, very good with your close countering.
Right. Adds there goes down. The likes of Army. Now they're just trying to close in on Black Suit.
There he is.
Look how far back he ran.
You see how he noticed where he was because he built that ramp?
Right.
Sometimes when you're running through these builds or like these close building fights, building actually gives away your location. And sometimes you try to get away without building. That way you can slip away. Because as soon as you build, it's very easy to hear the build and see it in action. And then you're like, okay, this guy was here.
Exactly.
But if you can try to slip away without building, kind of like this, a little bit, you might be able to get out of there without too much resistance. But it's risky because you don't build, you get shot.
Right. Exactly. And that's a great pull. There's
the rift
that rift.
is
there
up.
It is.
So I mean, they were banking on it.
Just leave. Yeah.
They must have known it was here. Unfortunately, though, they're not looking good on health. They're both missing health, not a lot of shields.
Yeah. About 75 between both of them, just about.
But this rotation is going to be very, very important in terms of where they land to potentially get some of that shield back. Because I don't think they can really get into a fight with a healthy team right now.
Yeah. Take a look at Trimax and Gray Fox, who are near Fatal Fields. But look who else is around them. You got Mr. Carrero. Now he's got his eyes on someone else at range. The question is, though, does he know about the duo not that far away? They're just chilling.
Yeah,
and this is kind of where we're seeing that a little bit of a lull, right, Cypher? You know, like we kind of touched on earlier. They play a little slow, play a little safer. They've got the mats. I mean, look, just off the bat, 600 wood to go. I mean,
yeah, but you know, he has 600 wood, and there is a lot of rocks in front of him that is unfarmed. So hopefully, eventually, they won't want to sit there. They won't like right here. This opponent, he understands, and he's sitting here farming. He knows his people over there, but he's using line of sight for the trees, and he's trying to get his resources up. That Trimax and Gray Fox, you know, they're doing a good job of staying there, but you know, 600 wood, that's not really a lot in these type of games. You can go through 600 wood in just one fight. So them sitting here right now, being healthy and just looking for these kills or eliminations on the rotates, it might come back to haunt them, especially if the circle rotates them out of here.
Yeah, because that's just a bunch of wasted materials. Also, time
because they're not doing anything here.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're saying, they should be farming, right? At minimum, they're just chilling. They're trying to gather information, which is good, but there's not many people around, so you just got to take advantage of every moment that you can. But over here, it's Mitro and Villex. They're closing in on one duo, and it looks like there's a second duo.
It's a three-way fight.
Yeah, I guess they saw two duos engaging, and they're like, look, we'd like to third party this, please. Skyart is down. It's M11 as well. Look, Mitro
took the high ground.
Yep, he's like, high ground, let's go, Villex, up top.
And you notice they were on the low ground initially to assess the situation, and then once they saw that the other team was, you know, making moves on the team that was already down, okay, this is our opportunity to take the high ground. They do have to be careful. The storm is right on their back. I don't know how far. The circle is actually a decent bit away from them, so they have to make this quick. And I can expect Mitro and them to rotate out of here, maybe even with no limbs if they have to, because if they're smart enough, they'll realize, okay, the circle's going to close. They do have a launch pad and grapplers, so maybe they're banking on that launch pad. Oh, some good pressure from the top right here.
M11's down. This is 3 eliminations sitting here very nicely for both of them. It just depends on how Villex and Mitro want to approach. I mean, look at Lenane. He's trying
he almost
to heal.
had that med kit off. I don't think they're going to let him. They smell blood in the water.
He goes again.
Rennick is rotating out. Rennick is rotating out.
Are they going to let him? He's going to med. Yeah, he just med.
He got it off.
That's interesting. They
probably didn't know that he was that weak.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they were like full send there, and then
right now
off.
he's trying to replace his pyramid with his own. One of them should probably drop down and okay, there we go. They got the pyramid, but now that he realizes that he's rotating out, it's very smart of them to rotate away as soon as they got the pyramid on top of it. So they were both breaking the pyramid while one of them just spams and tries to place it on top of them, and they're gonna ignore this. Okay, so they have a rift. I didn't realize they have a rift. Velix is really low on health. He can't stay there.
Yeah.
That's a little unfortunate. I feel like if they put the pressure on the other player earlier or spread out the pressure, I feel like both of them hitting the top of the pyramid might have been a little bit of a bad move because that player was able to just deny both of them at the same time, where if one of them was on top and one of them was underneath waiting for them to edit out, they might have got that a limb. But
yeah, that's a great point. They should have definitely, just like you're saying, man, if you just dropped down on either side of that 1-by-1, just split the attention. But now it's go time. We got to see a lot of these players make these rotations into the current safe zone. Skosas, Dav, they're making a rotation in, coming in from the east side. There's a duo not that far behind them, Jam Side and SSK.
Yes. And they're healthy. They've got their shields up. Mitro and Velix are already.
So this was the player that was running from them.
Yeah, they caught him. They caught him as he was rotating out. And the storm is still closing in, and Velix still does not have a lot of health. But there we go. Okay, they're gonna have to use a launch pad.
Wait, they have another? They have another rift to go.
Rift?
Yep, they're gonna go.
Wow. Where did they get that from?
Dude, look at the loadout right now. Not much in the way of AR. They've got
plenty of shields.
Yeah, 5 minis, 2 half shields. They've got a grappler, a launch pad.
But they're both missing a lot of health.
Yeah.
They need to find get some bandages. Two of those rifts, extremely clutch. However, they use them to secure what? 2 limbs? 2
limbs. Yep.
That's, I mean, late game that could have been a lot more useful. That could have secured them the victory royale. That could have secured them, you know, position on the high ground. So having to use those that early, it's a bit tricky.
Yeah. Now Skosas is trying to get Dav up. Now here's the thing. He's going to get Dav up, but Skosas is going to go down.
And they're going to just cycle through. Yep. They can pick each other up, and they'll get out of there, but they're going to be extremely weak.
You saw it on the kill feed there. Skosas go down. You can see the little red health bar up there. But taking a look, man, there's not much in the way of eliminations. There is, but it's spread out very evenly right now, right? Right at the top, Issa and Kinsel. 3 eliminations right behind them, Peyton Camo. Outside of that, though, Skosas is down. So I guess Dav... Okay, they're both...
Someone must have caught him.
Yeah, they both were eliminated. It looks like lost to the Storm. The Storm was ticking for 4 at that point, I believe. So,
or 2. I think it's ticking for 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's ticking for 2, you
just kind of don't have...
Okay, so 10 seconds, you're taking 20 damage. You have to instantly pick up the other person as soon as...
Run.
And then, like, run for, like, a few seconds and then instantly pick them up. They might have fumbled the revive, or maybe they were getting shot at, and then they start building, and then the storm took them out.
That's a pretty hectic, situation. So, it's a tough spot to be in.
But already we have less people right now alive than we did last game when it was a smaller circle. The circle was all the way in, and we had about 65 people alive. Right now we're at 63, and people are dropping, and the circle hasn't closed yet. So people are being more aggressive. But like you said, it is very spread out. We don't have any teams that are dominating in terms of, four limbs like last game. But right now everyone's just trying to position themselves in the circle.
Everyone's just waiting.
Yeah.
They're like, someone else make the move there. I loved Zypan's load out there. Grenade launcher, double barrel, minis.
It's a great load, especially with the grenade launcher.
I'd like to point out something, Cypher. It's been 2 minutes since the last elimination.
And that typically happens with this circle. You're missing some of the early action, right? People are now, they have resources, they have shields. So if they get shot at, they can protect themselves and prevent that death. While as in the early game, maybe you didn't have time to get the resources you need, or you spent too many, and then you get caught in a bad spot. Well, now most people that we were watching, they have the resources, so they can protect themselves and avoid combat. But somebody did just go down. The stream Sky got eliminated.
I don't know if you saw, but Kingwin Heisel hops down with the rift to go, catches Tyovsky and says, boy, we got to go.
And he's got another one in his inventory. That's the second team that we've seen this game with an extra rift to go. There must have been either they got very lucky with the loot, or there was a vending machine that was selling rifts to go and people found it.
Yeah, ready to make that move. Perma and 5Skill, though. 5Skill is probably one of my favorite players. I don't know if you've ever seen him play.
I've seen him play.
Have you seen his crazy DPI?
Yes.
My God. What a legend.
When I saw that the first time, my jaw dropped. How do you do that? How do you focus?
Apparently,
5Skill
knows something we do not.
Is he still doing that? Is he still,
yeah.
Is he still doing those crazy crazy builds.
He puts up 1x1s faster than you can put up a single wall. And that's just globally. No one can build as fast as him.
And he's only going to get better at it once he learns to control the speed. And because sometimes you'll see him mess up and he'll like get stuck underneath his ramp. But if he gets better at it and he starts just not messing up and not getting stuck underneath his ramps, that's kind of scary.
It's just a terror.
Yeah.
All things considered. But look, Cypher, we've only gone down by 2 players. We're still at 61 remain. The kill feed starting to see a little bit of action, right? We're seeing people actually get knocked, but not much has happened. Currently, it's been a minute and 12 seconds since the last elimination. So again, we're just slowing things down.
These stink grenades are very useful. You don't see them used a lot in public games, but that's because in public games, people aren't stuff like this all the time. But in these matches, they're vital. They're one of the most valuable throwables to have because you force a team to move out. You force them to use their resources. And sometimes people are just very weak on health, just like we were watching the previous duo. Was it Tixi and his partner? Or no, it was the Atlantis duo that had low health but high shields.
Yeah.
If those guys got hit with the stink bomb, they would both get eliminated even though they have 100 shields. They would go down just like that. So there's a lot of people that are going to have low health, just like Maestro right here has 45 health. So if 2 stink bombs were thrown at his box and he had a hard time getting out of there, he would go down.
Yeah. Because that stink bombs do health damage directly to your health. In case you're watching and you've never seen Fortnite, hello. This is Fortnite. We hope you're having a great time. I'm also joined by Cypher. He's great.
Maestro and Felix are pressuring Pate 1K. I think they took down his partner, and now they're going for the finish on him.
That there's another grappler, a gold compact. You like to see. They still have that launch pad, Cypher. Oh,
came out of nowhere.
I don't even think
he was looking away from them.
Yeah.
He was looking away from them. He didn't even see them. And now they got the resources. Look at his. Look, they've got extra wood on the floor. They've got 909 wood, and they've got extra wood on the floor. These are the limbs that you need to finish out the game.
Right.
And these guys are so good. They're always actively searching for limbs. They're always putting pressure on their opponent. Whether they have shields or no shields, they're playing like they're 100-100. And when you play like you have 100 shield, 100 health, you scare your opponents to think, oh my God, these guys are stacked, even if they're not stacked. And that's kind of the mind games that you have to put on to put that type of pressure on your opponents.
That's such a great point because if someone damages them now, they just see blue numbers like they're tagging shield. You have no way to know what their health bar is.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
They've got grapplers. They've got extra grapplers. They're going to be able to make any rotation that they need. Hopefully they don't get lasered on these rotations, but with the grapplers, it'll be hard to hit them.
Oh, man. Carnifex is down. Crabble doing everything. He just rifts to go.
He rifts, but his partner goes down beforehand. Are they going to take that rift, do you think?
I would be surprised. I think they should. I'm not gonna.
Well, you know, they're not too far away from the rotate. They're on the shorter end of the circle. So.
Yeah.
So I think playing it a little safe there, because maybe he would have gotten it, his partner would have, and you don't want to split up.
Yeah, the partner was too far away, but then immediately ONF Evil, it's like, hey man, I see you trying to use that rift. Nice try. You see Mass is like, I'm out of here. I got to rejoin with my teammate here.
4 limbs for Ghost, Issa, and Atlantis Kinzo. One more, they'll get that second point. I think they are leading right now for this game in the limbs.
Look at that. We got another quad launcher in play. Dude, you know what we still have not seen is any of the quad crasher. You know what I'm gonna make the prediction right now. We're gonna see it in NA, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we'll see it in Europe. I think we will see it for sure in NA.
The NA guys tend to mess around a little bit more during these. Yeah. They're the ones who put on the bush.
Yeah. Take a look. Cypher, top 5 standings currently. Tyovsky and Heisel, number 1. Wildcard Alpha and Bowman in second with 3 points. Behind them is Tixi and Kinsar. We saw them drop those eliminations. Airwalks and MZ as well. And then in 5th is Camo and Pate 1.
The wildcard duo, they didn't get 4 limbs. They only won the game.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's good to get those 3 points. But I think if you want to take this home, you really do want to get those limbs while you win.
At least as many as you can, right? Even if it's just 1 point, that 1 point can make a difference.
And when it comes to tiebreakers, first thing is victory royales, right?
Yeah.
So that does help them a lot. They will like if there's 10 teams with 3 points and they have 3 points and a victory royale, they're going to be on the top of that. So it is important, but it's also going to be important to get those extra points from the elims as well.
We've got 36 players remain currently in the lobby. DK, one of the best snipers in the entire game. Now, currently doesn't have one, but
Which
over to
DK? Dakota's or that DK?
That DK.
I don't know. I think Dakota's
Deco.
might have something to say about that.
All right. Looks like we're going to have to figure out at TwitchCon. Hope you're both there. Isa, though, with Atlantis, Kinsel trying to apply
They have the 4 limbs. They're looking for that one extra limb to get that second point.
Yep.
It's going to be very vital for them. It'd be a shame if they went down here, but they're 100 health, 100 shield. They've got materials, and they're putting pressure, and I think they smell that people are weak around them.
Tixi, though, look,
Tixi's
he's still alive.
Kinstar went down like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And he's still managing to stay alive. He's got, 600 wood. He's going to burn through this a lot as he rotates. But I think what he's doing right now is he's looking for that stray person rotating. He's trying to refuel himself. He needs to. He needs to get it. If he wants to take this home, he needs to get that, that extra limb on somebody who's weak, who might have a lot of materials. And he's looking for that right now. So he's going to try to rotate late to catch somebody off guard. That's his plan.
This is a very risky strategy, especially when you're by yourself.
Already down to 360 wood.
See the kill feed. Poverty takes down a player there, down to 25, Cypher.
There we go. He sees people right next to him. He's going for the high ground. He's trying to contest it. But I don't know. I feel like maybe he regrets doing that because now he's down to 60 wood and he's got the storm on his back. He needs to make an aggressive move here. He needs to make an aggressive move. And I think he'll try to rotate down and try to catch somebody. But if he doesn't, he will be going down just purely because of the fact that he has no materials to make this next rotation. And if he gets dropped here, he might be able to catch himself with the remaining brick that he has.
Yeah.
Oh, there's someone on top of him. He might be going for a trap play.
Down.
Nice.
Oh, he cracks him, but he did not
have enough time to get the materials.
Yeah, he had to leave at that point. And look, he's got one build. That's it. He cannot build anything. I mean, what's unfortunate here, man, he's stacked on everything else.
Yeah.
Like you talked about.
There's someone right behind him. He noticed him. Going for the shot.
He needs to find this elimination.
Now he's just running like a headless chicken, and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's a really tough spot to be in.
That is. It's unfortunate, and I was hoping that he would get the resources from that guy he eliminated. Was that his teammate that he just opened up on? Sure.
Yeah, that player right there, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
I was
with the quad launcher, yeah.
It's unfortunate because he did get the elim that he was looking for, but he did not have any time to. And if he had gotten the loot, he had so many shields, he had good weapons. All right.
There's so much going down, Cypher. We're currently in top 12. A lot of players left remaining. There's only one duo that's down to one person at this moment.
You've got to be careful here because, you could potentially die and get 6th place or 7th place if there's enough solos alive. So people right now, they don't want to be the next person to go down. They want to make sure that someone else goes down so we can at least secure that 1 point of being 5th place.
Look at this. Mitro Billick still
Who's
very
on the high
much
ground?
alive. We're about team 42. That's Heisel and Tyovsky.
Weren't they in the lead? Don't they have 5 points from the last game? I believe they do.
That's right.
That is such a good position to be in right now. There's enough.
Dude, they have 6 eliminations.
Yeah.
Cypher, they're close.
They need one more. Mitro and Villix. And they've got the med kit to potentially go for the heal off. But if the team on top has campfires and a med kit, and even if they don't, these guys might not be able to go for that heal off just because of the fact that another team might push them while they're attempting to do that. Right. And right here, I believe he was trying to run into the storm to get that tick of damage that he needs to take. Because you can't get the medkit off if you have 100, you need at least 90. Yeah. Then you can start pre-medkitting as it closes. But I don't even think he's gonna be able to do that. There's too many people alive right now in such a close area. I think the guys up top are gonna take this home.
Heisel finds another one.
He needs one more to get the 2nd point.
He's super close. Cypher down to 9 players. Shots, double barrel. Look at how many people are close together. Wow. What's happening?
They just let him do that. His partner just went down up top.
Oh my, Heisel finds so many eliminations. He's got 7 by himself.
He's got to finish that guy off. I don't think
it's too late.
It's too late.
Powder is up top, and Powder had started the med kit.
And he would have gotten that off.
My goodness. What a crazy last few moments. I cannot wait to take a look at the highlights to replay those final seconds of that last game. But oh my. So taking a look at the scoreboard, Heisel has 7 eliminations. That was the most in the entire game in this lobby, game number 2.
One elim away from getting 8. And I don't know if that down player, he did not finish off that down player. that might have been an extra limb, potentially. Because if the victory royale happens and there's somebody that's down, I don't think that a limb counts for you.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
What a crazy game number 2.